Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. We'll give everybody a chance to get here. We are excited to have you here today for our Mesa College Community Forum. We're going to have so many awesome presentations and speakers and students, staff today talk to you about some wonderful opportunities, and nice to see those of you who are live on YouTube with us. Welcome, welcome. We'll give a minute for folks to get here and then we will kick off because we have lots of sharing today. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to see folks. If you're on Zoom webinar with us, you can say hi to folks in the chat. And again, awesome to have everybody here with us today. We'll take about one more minute to let folks in and then we'll get cooking. And just remember, if you want to say something to everyone, when you click in the chat, click on panelists and participants, or attendees, I think it is. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Mesa College Community Forum. We've got both Zoom webinar going on and also our live YouTube feed. So we know there's opportunities for people to be here in multiple ways. Oh, okay. Thanks, Eva. Didn't know that. Appreciate the message. Just telling people to do stuff they can't do. All right. Well, let's go ahead and kick off. It's about 2:18 on this beautiful March the 9th day. Thank you so much for coming to the Mesa College Community Forum. My name is Pam Luster, and I am the proud president of San Diego Mesa College. And we do these community forums because, as you know, we're not seeing a lot of each other in person. And so one of the things we're committed to is trying to keep Mesa community connected to one another. And so as we do these forums and hold different meetings on campus, we try to open them as widely as we can to make sure that we can reach out to as many folks as possible through the process. Today, we're going to have a wonderful presentation from a number of people, including our students in our EOPS program. And so thank you to all of you who have prepared that today. You're going to hear updates from our vice presidents. And so we hope you'll get all the things that you need to know. Also, just remember that during the first week of each month, via email, we send out first Monday on the Mesa, and then it's also posted on the website. There's a ton of information in there, including a lot of the calendars for the affinity months. And so with that, I would like to say, as my backdrop will tell you, Happy Women's History Month. And I say that knowing that sometimes these affinity months can feel like a little bit artificial, I would say sometimes. And what I would say about the way that Mesa does our affinity months is that it's a group effort. And so I really want to thank our women's history, our women's studies, all the people that have put together all the wonderful programming for March. And I just want to give a shout out for all of our wonderful faculty and classified professionals that put on all the events for Black History Month last month. It takes a lot of work. And just so you know, people do this as an extra part of their jobs because they want to make sure that as a leading college of equity and excellence, we offer people places and spaces to learn. Because if we're a higher education institution that expects our students to learn, we should expect that of ourselves. Always lifelong learners. So again, welcome, glad you're here. I am going to go ahead and turn things over to our vice presidents. And so first up, I will ask VP Lorenz Legaspi to join us and give us his update in his Mesa Olympian shirt.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's, I think, one of those feel-good Mesa weeks. Put on my Mesa gear and support as we go. And so, hello, my name is Lorenz Legaspi. I'm the Vice President of Administrative Services for San Diego Mesa College, and I'll be giving some quick updates on what's going on in our area. And so we wanted to start with the CARISA funds, the COVID relief funds. We're finalizing a process. I've met with the two other vice presidents, and so what we're going to be doing is reaching out to our respective areas to see what are larger initiatives that we have so we can help fund using the CARISA funds, some of those initiatives for COVID relief. And then also too, we've reached out to all the senates, the Student Senate, the Classified Professional Senate, and the Academic Senate. And we will be having presentations at each one of those, starting with the Classified Professional Senate this week. And so more to come and more information as we go. So look out for emails on that. Moving forward on COVID-19, some of the reopening group members came together, or the reopening group came together yesterday. Time flies. Yesterday, and we heard about people's experiences over the past year, personally and also within their departments. And so as we look to have potentially more people back on campus, we're going to have to continue the dialogue with this group, and then also with the Safety and Facilities Committee will be areas for us to have those discussions for that. So thank you to those groups who have met these past couple of weeks and continue to do that good work. Also too, as you probably have seen the Chancellor's email come out regarding COVID-19 vaccines. We are eligible for vaccinations for those that work at the college. And so look for the Chancellor's email and the county websites for those that are employed by the college, because we are now eligible for our vaccines. And moving right along to Mesa 2030 yesterday, there was a big day yesterday. Yesterday we held the Neighborhood Community Forum and last night, and we shared the information about Mesa 2030 goals and our facilities planning principles. And we also gathered some of the input from our neighbors, and in all, they are very supportive of what we're up to on the Mesa. And then for Mesa 2030 in the next coming weeks, we are rounding again that home base to have the plan go through President's Cabinet and through the different constituency groups in the Senates for final approval for the Mesa 2030 plan. So it's been a long journey as we're going, and the plan's going to be great as we go. And so more to come on that also. And that concludes the reports from Admin Services.
Thank you so much, Lorenz. Dr. O'Connor, VP Isabel O'Connor, how about instruction next?
How about I go last?
You'd like to go last?
Yeah, would that be okay?
Yes, we will circle back.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Hands.
Hello, everyone. So nice to be here and share this space with you. So we have a couple of updates from Student Services. Wanted to let you know that last Friday, Mesa College hosted our annual Principals Roundtable for principals from our feeder high schools. So we had the opportunity to talk about partnership highlights, what's new on the Mesa. We shared some data, and we discussed the high school to college pathway. A lot of good information and a great way to connect with our feeder high schools on how we can support them and to let them know of all of the great things we're doing. I did want to remind you all that the application for our CARES Act direct aid for students will close this March 12th. So students are being sent a reminder directly, and I will also share information after this session so that you can encourage your students to apply. I had the opportunity to sit in a session yesterday, the one that Lorenz was speaking of, and then got an email late last night from a faculty member who was just really concerned about the mental health of our students. So I did want to take some time to talk to you about the variety of programs in particular that Student Health Services has to be able to support our students during this time. We have Be Calm workshops, which really focus on stress management, anxiety reduction, and coping mechanisms. We have Come As You Are workshops for gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, non-binary, intersex, and asexual students. An Active Minds work club that really focuses on shifting conversations about mental health, including suicide prevention. We have a Black forum for our Black students for managing resilience. We have games groups. We have Feel, Heal, and Be Real sessions for faculty and staff and students. EOPS is doing undocumented ally training so that we can better support our undocumented students. And it's also important to note that our mental health team accepts requests for classroom presentations to share about mental health topics. So if you'd like a therapist to come to your Zoom class and share about services or address a particular topic regarding mental health, they aim to provide this outreach when scheduling is possible. So a therapist can come into your class for a short time, 10 minutes or longer presentation, and topics can really focus on COVID-19 related mental health concerns and questions, test anxiety, managing your anxiety, depression, to name a few. So please utilize the resource. We really think our students can benefit greatly. We also wanted to let you know that if you're not aware, SDSU and our district has a bachelor's degree completion microsite partnership at Mesa College. So 2 years ago, our chancellor, President Luster, and SDSU's President De La Torre had the foresight to enter into this first ever partnership in the state of California. So it's designed to increase educational opportunities for the students of today and the professionals of tomorrow. So we launched our Microsite program with a BS in business administration. This is a fully online program that we target specifically to Mesa College students that allow them to get their degree here, be accepted into a program, do all of their courses online, weekends, evenings, and have support from both Mesa College and SDSU. So we started with our BA in business administration, and this year we expanded and offering to communication. So again, this program provides access to high demand degree programs, and it removes barriers and eliminates actual denial of opportunities, fully online. We started last year with 45 of our students, and I'm so excited because we recently saw the data. And in general, minoritized student populations attending SDSU, if you look at in-person to fully online programs to microsite participation, that their most diverse student population is our microsite programs that we have with them. In addition to ethnic representation, we see that 75% of our students are between the ages of 23 to 39. We love seeing that our male participation in microsite programs is trending up. And then finally, again, the majority of the students who are able to attend these high impact programs are within 100 miles of San Diego State. So we are loving the work that we're doing. And they also recently made an announcement that SDSU is going to, as a part of a new policy, community college students participating in targeted retention programs, such as Umoja, Puente, CalWorks, and Extended Opportunity Programs and Services, EOPS, are going to be eligible to receive special consideration when they apply for transfer to SDSU. So there are some great things that are happening for our students, and we love that. For those of you who are here, we've got many activities coming up: Jumpstart, Commencement, EOPS. So if people want to pop things into the chat about what's going on with Career, Outreach, CalWorks, and their full calendar of event, our graduation dates, please pop that in the chat. We are continuing with check distributions, flu shots for students. We still have a partnership with 7250, our culinary arts program, where we're providing hot meals to Mesa College students. So we provide them with $50 vouchers, and they're able to pick up meals. So if you know of students who are in need, please contact Johanna Aleman. And I will yield our time after Isabel is done. We will yield back to Larry so that he can talk about our 21-day equity challenge, and then he will lead us right into our conversation. So that's all for me, Pam. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Ashanti. All right, Dr. O'Connor, you are up.
Well, okay, this time I'll take it. Well, hello, everybody. I'm just going to be giving or sharing with you a few quick but important updates. Update number one, numero uno, is our spring semester is looking great because beginning on April 12th, our student athletes will be starting to return to campus for conditioning classes. I appreciate Ryan Schumacher and his entire crew. They've worked really hard on creating a plan, and I'm excited to get this underway. Just a very good, and I thought I would never be able to say this, but just a quick update. Our summer schedule will not be printed. It will be posted as a PDF on our website. We are doing great planning in a very collaborative way in terms of fall scheduling, deans and department chairs. And this came out of a discussion that we all had together at a chairs meeting. We are doing planning and trying to look at classes and figure out which classes need to come back, which classes can stay still online on the fall, in the fall. So we have 3 tiers, and we will be at Dean's Council next week taking a preliminary look at where we land there. I know we had unfortunate events recently with the Zoom bombings, and there is a great response to those events. We have a group of faculty alongside the Loft and I, who came together last week, had a great discussion. I want to thank Takima and Candace for their leadership on this. And we discussed moving forward what kinds of responses, professional learning opportunities, and support for all of us to deal with these unfortunate events. One thing I want to clarify, actually 2 things. We are not limited in terms of membership. If anybody is interested in being part of this, we are certainly open to more people. And the other thing, and I really like something that I heard at that meeting and fully agree, is we are not going to treat this as just as a one-time response to a set of events. We want to make this a priority, particularly since we continue to offer a large number of online sections. Dean McNeil, did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered most of it. I think it was, again, a preliminary meeting, and we are hoping to bring on more folks that have the expertise to help us put together, like you said, an ongoing group. We looked at a couple of groups, one more around the how do you plan, for events and what are the checklists, and to really do that. And then another one that is kind of almost like the CSERT teams. That's always a team that's together that can handle emergency as a response team like this. And I really want to thank Candace. She came to the table with a lot of expertise and a lot of information that we were able to jump off of. So I'm looking forward to getting together again and identifying the other folks that want to come and join and help us to make our webinars safe.
Yep. So if you're interested in joining this group, please email me and we will take it from there. And now I'm going to talk about Friday. Friday was quite a day. It started, like Ashanti said, with a meeting with the principals. And I was in awe with the presentation that Dean Linda Hensley and Sharon Hughes, our CCAP coordinator, gave. We are building so much structure and purpose and focus to CCAP. It was a really amazing presentation. They're working on building pathways and having much more intentionality in terms of the courses we offer. Eventually, we would like students to even be offered the possibility of earning a certificate while they are in high school. So that's awesome. Then the day continued to just get better and better. By 1 p.m., I was, I had goosebumps, piel de gallina in Spanish, because I attended the launching of the FIG, the faculty inquiry groups led by our fantastic Loft team. It was an amazing group of faculty, 8 FIGs that sort of spawn, they're across disciplines. They are not just one FIG for, say, English, one for math. They're, across disciplines. And these are faculty members who came together with interest in certain groups of redesigning their courses and working as a community focused on equity. There are FIGs on how to infuse equity in a calculus class, how to do equity grading. It was just, I was speechless. And I was so proud of the great work and innovative spirit and commitment to student success that I saw there, that I just can't wait at the end of April when all these projects come to fruition, see the great work we did. Then there was more great work on Friday because our CT program faculty and our counseling faculty got together to really enhance and strengthen the relationship between our two sides, because we all work in a triangle with students at the center. So how can we better communicate and serve our students at the heart? It was the first of many meetings to come, and it was a great success. And the last thing I want to say is that congratulations are in order to Dean Tina Recalde. Our own Tina is going to assume the presidency of the California Community College Association for Occupational Education starting July 1st. And now, with Pam's permission, I would request that Andy come back to the screen. Thank you, Andy, and thank you, Pam.
Yes, as some I know, Dr. Johnson, Janae Johnson, isn't able to be with us, and this is really her place to do this next surprise little session here, because she had a loss in her family. So my thoughts are with her right now, but I'm glad that we can still. CSD conference took place, which means California Community College Council for Staff Development, of which Janae is a part of. And there was a recognition celebration that was done on Friday, and many of us in the loft were able to attend. And Janae, I'm going to share my screen here, was able to accept this award on behalf of Dr. Pamela Luster, the Outstanding President and Chancellor Award for recognizing excellence in leadership in staff development. So we were all very excited, and we were able to, there's a video that goes with it that we'll share later. We don't have time here, but I think it's well-deserved. You know, our loft is such an amazing place, not only for Mesa College, but across the district and across the region. And it all has to do with Pam's vision. And we're very happy to have so much support. And so please join me in congratulating Pam and being the Outstanding President Chancellor Award from the 4CSD. And your understand.
Okay, it's possible I'm doing the ugly cry right now, Andy. So thank you so very much. I had no idea of a nomination or any kind of award. So I just want you to know how meaningful this is to me. And thank you to you and Janae and to our team for nominating me. And I'm deeply moved. Thank you so much.
Again, we'll get that plaque to you, and congratulations, and we're so happy.
Thank you, Andy. And thank you to everyone who does this very fine work. Appreciate it very, very much. Okay. Thank you. And thank you, Isabel, for that report. With that, and with a great deal of gratitude, I know that I generally start these sessions with talking about gratitude, and the gratitude that I have right now for all of you is brimming, but the gratitude that I have for the next group that's going to talk today is immeasurable. The work that happens in our EOPS programs and all of the programs affiliated with EOPS are programs of love, are programs of people really caring about one another, and the work that happens in these programs transform our students' lives every day. So with that, and looking for those moments of joy, I'm going to turn this over to Dean Larry Maxey. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, and congratulations, Pam. That is awesome and well-deserved. And I have the privilege of introducing our panel, our moderators, and we're so very excited and looking forward to the opportunity to share some of the wonderful work that is taking place within those programs, but also the incredible growth and leadership being displayed by our students. But before I do that, I want to offer a shameless plug for the 21-day equity challenge. Now, you may have seen an email that went out to the entire campus community encouraging all to participate, student, faculty, administrator, classified professionals. It is something for everyone. And I'm so excited about it that I unnecessarily put on my jacket and tie just to show you how strongly I feel about this. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to come together and build together. It will begin next week on March 15th and run through April 23rd. And it provides a wonderful opportunity for us to learn together, to communicate with one another, and to share and express ideas and appreciation. I placed within the chat a link to the WordPress that we will be using. Feel free to take a look at that and certainly enroll for that 21-day equity challenge. We certainly look forward to our engagement with one another. Now, with that having been said, here's the meaningful part. I'd like to introduce our student panel, and notice the theme that they themselves came up with, which I think is so beautiful: finding joy in the moments. I'd like to introduce Leticia Diaz and Sade Burrell, who are going to serve as our moderators, and they'll introduce our students. Leticia and Sade.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leticia Diaz, and I have the honor of serving as the Director of EOPS and Special Programs at San Diego Mesa College. Today, we have the opportunity to share information about our programs and services that are available to students in our community. But most importantly, you will get to meet a few of our students that are currently participating in our programs. I'm going to share my screen, and you'll see. So on the screen, there are, oh, sorry. Can somebody confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you. So on the screen, there are several programs within the EOPS department. I'm going to provide a quick overview of the student populations that each of these programs serves and the various services that we provide depending on the program that you are eligible for. So one of our larger programs is EOPS. We serve first-generation college students pursuing a certificate, an associate's degree, and or transferring to the university. We have our CARE program, which serves students that identify as single parents receiving CalWORKs from the county. We have our Next Up and FAST program, which serves students that have experienced the foster care system. The STAR Trio program, which is for students that are primarily pursuing a transfer pathway to the university. Project Restart is for students that have been affected by incarceration. And our Borderless Scholars program, which is for Dreamers, AB 540, undocumented students, and or students that receive DACA. Some of the services that we provide is academic, career, and personal counseling, book service, school supplies, specialized workshops, enrollment priority, parking permits, health fees, grants, scholarships, application fee waivers. The list goes on and on. We provide a lot more services as well. To learn more about EOPS, CARE, Next Up, Fast Scholars, Project Restart, and Borderless Scholars, I'm going to share the link in the chat. And whether you are a prospective student, a current student, or you know someone that may be eligible for our programs, please, please, please let them know that we are here at Mesa College and ready to support you. Know that we have services available for students that are prospective, and I'll share our link in the chat. But now I'm going to turn it over to my amazing colleague and phenomenal counselor coordinator of the Next Up and Fast Scholars program, Sade Burrell.
Thank you, Leticia. I appreciate that introduction. And I just want to say before we start, I want to thank all of the leaders, and everyone here is a leader, but primarily our leaders who allow us to execute on the vision that we have in EOPS to service students who are the heart of what we do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give these students an opportunity to share their voice with you all. And so we're going to first start. I'm going to introduce each student and they'll be able to turn on their cameras and they'll be able to share some more information with you all about their journey through Mesa, through EOPS, and the variety of activities that they're involved in here at San Diego Mesa College. All right, so the first student I'm going to introduce is Isaac Flores. Isaac Flores is a student for Next Up program here at San Diego Mesa College. He's one of my students who I work very, very closely with. And we have the opportunity, I've had the opportunity to get to watch him grow throughout his academic career. So Isaac Flores is going to be joining us during this panel. The second person who we're going to introduce is Giovanni Sanchez. He is part of our EOPS and Borderless Scholars program. And I had the opportunity to talk to Giovanni yesterday, and he's such an amazing young man who has such a bright future, and looking forward to what he is able to contribute to the field of sociology. The next student on the student panel is going to be Sarah. Sarah, please don't. I know we practice your last name, but bear with me. Pashinger. She said it's okay if I mispronounce it, but she is part of our EOPS and CARE program here at San Diego Mesa College, and what a bright future she's going to have. Yesterday, we jokingly said to prepare for today that she was going to sing "This Little Light of Mine" before she got on stage. So it's a true honor to have her here. I hope she was able to sing that song before she went to bed last night. Our next student is Yvonne Pena, who is part of our Project Restart and Fast Scholars program. And Yvonne is just such an amazing student who has such a bright future. She's definitely one of our leading students in our programs right now. And Adriana Lowe is part of our Star Trio program. And I had an opportunity to speak to Adriana yesterday, and really looking forward to her voice and her voice here on this particular panel. And last but certainly not least is Marquita Scott. Marquita is part of our EOPS Star Trio and Fast Scholars program, and she was recently accepted into SDSU. And we're looking forward to hopefully having her as an Aztec, as myself being a former Aztec myself. So if we could do me a favor, stop sharing the screen. There we go. And if we can have the students turn their cameras on, if possible, so I can see them. There we go. There we go. All right, perfect. We all right? All right, so I want you all to what we're gonna do before my internet. All right, there we go. I'm coming in now. I apologize, my internet going in and out. But before we get started, I just want to say something to the students. That I want you to just relax. It's gonna be all right. This is your opportunity for you to say what is on your heart, what is on your mind, and this is your opportunity to showboat as well. I want you to talk about all your accomplishments, all the amazing things that you have going on. And if you could do us a huge favor, because here at San Diego Mesa College, one of the things that we're dedicated towards is also always finding ways to improve. And that's what we're looking for from you today. And so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to allow you all to introduce yourselves one by one. And then I want you to tell me your name, your major, and what clubs or programs you're involved in here at San Diego Mesa College. So we'll start with Marquita first. Marquita, could you give me name, major, and any clubs you're part of?
Sure. My name is Marquita Scott. Right now I'm shooting for a child development major. I'm planning to transfer to San Diego State University. I'm a part of the EOPS, as Sade mentioned earlier, Star Trio and Fast Scholars. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Marquita. I appreciate that. And by the way, I like your shirt. This is what tenacity looks like. Yeah, I love it. Next, we're gonna have introduce themselves as Giovanni. Giovanni, can you tell us your name, major, and any clubs that you're involved in?
Yeah, my name is Giovanni Sanchez. My major is sociology. I'm hoping to transfer to either San Diego State or UCLA, hopefully. And I'm currently involved with EOPS and Borderless Scholars.
Very nice. And let us, first of all, Giovanni, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your dedication because we know that you're at work right now and you decided to be here with us. And you're an example of the students that we serve, always willing to go above and beyond to even support the program. And while the program is also, you know, trying to go above and beyond and support you. So we appreciate you for being here, Giovanni.
Thank you.
Next, we have Yvonne Pena. Yvonne, can you just your name, major, and any clubs that you're involved in here on campus?
Yes, so my name is Yvonne Pena and my major is social work, and I'd like to transfer to Cal State Long Beach to pursue my career working with youth offenders. I belong to EOPS, FAST, and Project Restart.
All right. I love it. All three programs. I absolutely love it. And that's one thing we teach our students is please, 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 you know, make sure you get involved in as many programs as possible. So Yvonne, we appreciate you for being as involved as you are. Adriana, you want to go next?
Yes. This is my second year at Mesa, and I'm also in the Star Trio program for my second year, and I'm also in Promise program, and my major is biology.
Thank you so much. Isaac, you want to go?
Hi, I'm Isaac. I'm a student at Mesa College. My major is social work. I have a deep passion for that. And what was the other question?
Just any clubs that you're involved in here on
campus? Yeah. So I'm part of Next Up. I'm part of EOPS and Star Trio. I also work closely with, I actually work for Next Up. I'm a peer mentor. So yeah.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Sarah, you want to give us your name again and the pronunciation of your last name? Since I butchered it, I apologize about that. And your major and any programs you're involved in. Uh-oh, Sarah, you're on mute.
My name is Sarah Peshinger. You really didn't butcher it. It's been pronounced many ways, but I'm here and I am going for psychology. I'm trying to help anyone and everyone that I can. It's what I love.
All right. So it seems like you all, some of the majors you all were listing: social work, psychology, sociology, biology. Things. Is it a fair assumption to say that you all like to help people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very much.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me a little bit more about that helping. What is it about the helping that you like?
For me, it would be I had a rough childhood, so there was a program called Trace that I was involved in, and the person there, they were very involved with me. They changed my perspective of education and life, and because of that, I want to do the same for other students, for other people. I want to be able to make a difference, and like it did, you know, to me, I want to be able to give back as well. So that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Giovanni. So someone helped you, and now you're giving back in the same
That's
way.
beautiful. That's everything I want.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about that, Sarah.
I want to help anyone and everyone that I can. It's my love, my passion. That's what I want to be remembered as.
Definitely. So
To me, honestly, giving back and helping gives an opportunity for the person who's actually helping a chance to grow, and then also the person that you're helping to grow. It builds memories and moments that certain moments like that you can remember for a lifetime. So that's exactly why I like helping.
That is my favorite. Thank you.
All right, so we've established that we're all on the same page when it comes to the helping and supportive. So since we're on that topic, can we talk a little bit more about specifically in regards to EOPS or some of these other programs that you all mentioned? Do you feel how do you feel these programs have supported you throughout your educational career? If we want to, let's go ahead and start with Adriana.
Yes, this STAR Trio has helped me a ton. I feel like going into college, I had my major set, I had everything planned, and taking classes, since my major is biology, is very challenging. I mean, I'm not giving up, but I feel like I hit the dark side of not knowing like what to do. And I feel like STAR Trio has definitely helped me because with all the emails that they send me, they're literally here to help you. And I get like all the emails of like when to update FAFSA or when for counseling. And I really like their counseling system. It's specifically towards our STAR Trio members, whereas you don't have to wait in line for the actual Mesa Counseling Center. So the counseling is one of my favorites. And they are really good with tutoring services too as well. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yvonne, did I see you unmute?
Yes. Hi, Sade. So let's see. EOPS has been a blessing in my life, more than words can ever explain. I went back to college after probably 10 years. And I have kids that are adults now. So for me, I'm in classrooms with people that are like my kids' age. So it's challenging, you know, you're like, oh gosh, am I going to make it? They're so young and like right out of high school. But I do believe that like with EOPS, with you, with Marcus, with Denise, all of the resources are available. You guys are an email away, anything I needed. I got out of prison, 38 days ago. The day I got released, Marcus showed up with a laptop for me so that I can go to school, so that when I left that place, I could have a computer to sit on and share with you guys today. I wouldn't have this without you guys. When you go through something like that and you're just like in prison away and you come home, there's a lot of things that you have to get used to again. You have to get used to being back in the world. I have kids. I have to get used to being a mom again. I just got a job at the health department helping with the COVID vaccinations 2 weeks ago. So everything in life is happening, and it's easy to say, you know what, I don't have time for school. I don't have time for it. Like I need to start working. But if I have all the resources, it's easy to say like, I can do it. I can do it. And I push myself and I'm learning still like the balance between school and anytime that I need help. I needed a hotspot because I didn't have like internet connection. So I just emailed Denise and she's like, yeah, we'll get you a hotspot. It's so easy if you just like reach out and get involved. That's like more important. Like you have to be involved and be involved not just for the program, but for yourself.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that, Yvonne. We are definitely proud of you and all that you have accomplished, and we definitely are here always to support you. You're part of the Mesa College family, so thank you for being here. I want to just ask Isaac a question now. Isaac, what do you, when you think about your journey here at San Diego Mesa College, did you envision the journey that you're on right now?
Most definitely not. I just kind of was like, when I first got to Mesa, it was kind of like, I want in and out. That didn't happen. So I definitely got involved, and I don't want to say stuck, but I'm with you guys, and I got involved, and I definitely made a community out of it. Being part of EOPS and seeing that that I can be part of Next Up and FAST, like you know, yeah, I was a former foster youth, but it's more than that. It's like you get like a community, like having that FAST center on campus. Oh man, like, you know, it was cool because it's like you didn't look at it like, oh, these are just other foster youth. Like they're just other people, you know, and you got to like see them for who they were, you know, and working closely with them. It's never been like awkward or nothing. It's always been like super cool. So it's been a great community. So yeah.
Now let me ask you all this question too. Maybe Sarah can answer this question. Let's say someone comes to San Diego Mesa College and they're new. They see, I mean, we have a lot of students at San Diego Mesa College. Sarah, where would be the first stop you would advise them to go to figure out where they can get supportive services?
Counseling. Try to figure out what it is that you need to do.
Great. So you would recommend counseling. What about you, Giovanni? Where would you recommend for them to go to figure out what exactly it is that they need to do in order to be where you and Sarah are?
That's a hard one because I think it would depend on the student. Yeah, it would depend on the student. For instance, a regular student, I would just advise them, like she said, counseling. A student in my situation, I would advise, you know, them reach out to the EOPS or Borderless Scholars, especially now that I heard that they're going to have a Dream Center. A student in my situation, I would advise them to go there.
Thank you. Now we're gonna switch gears just a little bit. And I want, this is definitely an opportunity for you all, and please just unmute yourself. You don't have to raise your hand or anything like that. We're in this situation now where we're still currently in a pandemic, right? And when we're hoping that, you know, we're able to eventually come out of it. Nobody knows when or anything. Let's think back to around this time last year. What were you all feeling, and how are you feeling now that we've been online for about a year now?
Honestly, when I first found out that we're going online, I was really nervous because I have a learning disability and I learned better in class. And so I'm like, online, I'm like, I'm not that tech savvy, you know, that's just not me. I would say now you can tell me to get on any website or any program, create anything, I got it. But before, honestly, I was like, I made a choice, either it was going to be school or work too. I remember, Sade, you spoke about that. And I honestly made school my job. And everyone in my household calls me the busy lady because I'm always at my desk doing something pertaining school or reading or something. So I made it my choice, and that's my job now. So school is my job.
Marquita, you said something that was so key. You said school is your job.
Yes.
And how did you begin to develop that mindset? Because there's some students who you know, they may not have that same mindset. How did you develop that mindset that school is your job, and how do you know, get to that?
I honestly looked for my goal. It really came down to my goal because my goal is working with children. So, I mean, I feel like I had to get myself together to be able to show children their path or whatever they need for me to teach them. Really, I had to say, what's the bigger outcome? Working every day and tired, or getting my degree and being in peace? So that was really, I had to figure out, like, what's the bigger reward at the end.
Anyone else want to jump in?
Yeah, so this time last year, I think this was like the last week or so that we were on campus. And for myself, I was, I don't know if everyone knows, but there's a prison program that's right across the street from Mesa College that I was at. And what it is where the women get to go there to finish their prison sentence. And our life was like going to campus, because we had an ankle monitor and we were monitored when we were on campus. They would know where we were at. So when they shut it down, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to leave the house. How am I going to do this? Because at the program, they have computers, but there's no video camera and no mic. So I didn't know how I was going to take my classes and participate literally only by chatting in the chat box on Zoom. My professors cannot see me or hear me, so neither can my classmates. So it was a challenge. And I got through it. I took astronomy last semester, and my professor at Mesa, I emailed her ahead of time and I let her know my situation. I told her I need this class for my degree. I'm so close to getting it. But I have no camera. I have no way to get proctorial. I have to take my quizzes, and I have no microphone to participate in class. She was so amazing. She let me take my class. I got an A. Who would have think you can get an A in astronomy with no camera, no microphone? But it really is if you can put your mind to it, you really can do it.
I remember one thing, I just was talking to my friend the other day about when I first started getting good grades back at Mesa. I kept hearing every single counselor tell me, "You got it, great job, you got it, great job." And I'm like, I grew up in foster care, so I didn't hear that often. So just hearing somebody, "You got it," I'm like, oh, here's another email. You got it, you got it, you got it. And I'm like, I got it. I have to keep telling. And then after a while, I started telling myself, Marquita, you got it. And I have to wake up every day. I wake up with affirmations. I wrote a list of affirmations that I read every single morning. And it really helps me to start my day, because there's too many people in my house and they can get on my nerves. So I have to read my affirmations in the morning just to myself. Of course I do prayer for myself. And that starts my day off, and then I get going from there.
Yeah, so something when the pandemic first hit, I felt like I don't know, I felt super, how do I say, lonely. I felt very disconnected from everybody. On campus you had the FAST Center where you could go and just kind of do your homework, do your thing. Or you had workshops, you had people you could talk to. You could go anywhere on campus. And when that kind of shut down, I kind of I don't know, I didn't want to do school. Online learning is not really my thing. So I kind of took a break, and then I came back. But when I came back, that level of disconnection kind of went away, because I was always getting them emails, these workshops. There's continuing workshops that EOPS and Next Up are, putting together for us youth. And that honestly really helped, meeting with counselors, just talking to them, even if it's over the phone, I can't see them, just having somebody that I know from campus talk to me, definitely motivated me to come back and grind out what I wanted to do. So yeah, so much. And something that kind of bothered me when the pandemic first hit was just, disconnection from everybody.
Yeah, I can agree with you for that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
You can go ahead.
Okay. As for me, it was really hard at first, especially because I also have a learning or disability. So having to be at home and not on campus, it was hard because I'm a hands-on kind of person. I like to be in class. I like to ask questions. I like to learn. So the online thing made it a bit harder, especially with the asking questions. Because we know the professor has more than she has a few students. So it was pretty hard, especially being accountable for your own time, trying to put yourself to do your work, because when you're in class, you have to do it. But when you're at home, you tend to procrastinate. But most of the people have said, having the counselors reach out, "Are you okay? Do you need anything else?" Made it possible for me to kind of keep going, and made it easier, because if I needed help, it was easier for me to reach out to them and ask for, the type of help that I needed.
Yes, I can agree with you guys. In the beginning, I thought I never would want to take online classes, but I feel like when it comes to science classes and mathematics, those I need to learn it in class. But I feel like when it comes to English, maybe history, I feel like everything is just reading and it's more self-taught. And sometimes I feel like I'm not learning anything. But yeah, I miss the campus a lot. And a lot of the staffs too, I feel like they are also new to the online situation. So it just puts a hardship for the student and the staffs as well.
Well, it kind of sounds like you all, that Mesa is your family, right? And to have that family we had to pivot away from the family due to safety reasons and things like that. That seemed to have been hard for you. Is that fair? Now, the whole theme of this is to find the joy in everything. And if anyone's ever been around me, they know I try to make the joy out of anything. So how about we do it? Is there anything that you feel came out of this particular situation that you're like, I think maybe we should continue doing that? I'll give you an example. One of the things that we learned in our program was that perhaps some of our workshops should remain online because we have a greater turnout. So is there anything that happened during this time frame that you're like, okay, maybe professors should probably keep this going even after we're back on campus?
I like the idea of maybe like a hybrid classes, like, okay, you can meet, in class for a certain day, and then meet online for a certain day, because it saves gas, the cost, it saves time, parking.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like the drive there is, even though I don't live too far from Mesa, but I feel like one of the upsides with it is driving to Mesa.
I was able to build my own little classroom. I mean, you can find classes everywhere in little spaces to study, but I feel like I made my own zone. So I know it's decorated the way I want it to be. My stuff is set up the way I want it to be. I mean, of course, you can take your stuff out your backpack and put it on the table, but my zone is mine. So I know that that's what I mean, and my grades have improved a lot too. I've been getting nothing but straight A's and B's. So, I'm really happy about that. I'm ready. I need to like it. Communication has been a little bit of a struggle with the professors, but they're getting better too as we're getting better and during this whole situation. So I think everybody's doing an effort.
Yeah, as for me, I'm not 100% quite sure, just because I would rather have that on-campus setting. As far as anything that brings me joy, it's the fact that some of the professors take the time to actually reach out to you when, even though you don't necessarily tell them upfront that you're needing help. Somehow they realize that and they reach out to you more than I think they would in a campus setting, because I think they know it's hard on students. So I think that the reaching out part.
One thing I miss though, really, Sade, I really miss going to the FAST Center, because I was in that program, and when you're in the program, you can't like just go to the store and buy some chips if you want, or buy a drink. I used to go to the FAST Center and I used to eat a Hot Pocket. I used to eat some coffee. I used to get my snacks, put in my backpack, go to class. And that was like my little daily thing. One time I went to the FAST Center, it was pouring rain. I did not have an umbrella. Denise was like, "Do you need an umbrella? You can use my umbrella to go to class." I was soaking wet. Like by the time I had walked to the campus, they gave me, you guys gave me a gray Mesa sweater, and I went back and everyone's like, "Where did you get that sweater?" I'm like, "They gave it to me because I was soaking wet." I miss that. That's gonna be like something I'm excited to see, because I hear there's like a new FAST Center now that this is all gone on. So I'm excited about that too.
If I could touch on something that I think a great thing that came out of this was like the educational packages. I know we've been receiving them, for a long period of time, but it made me appreciate it more. The educational packages, like for instance, this last one we got some spices. I never thought I would care about spices until I got that package and I started, going in the kitchen and, putting things together, and I started, using them spices. Kind of flies over everybody's, head, but then like, when you got them, it's like, oh, bad. Like I'm gonna use these, and it kind of helped bridge the gap with like food, so I don't have to pay as much. It'll help with expenses in that way. So that's something positive that came out of that. The educational packages is what I'm saying.
And Marquita, can you show that bag again, please, for the people watching on YouTube and everything? We want them to see the bag full of spices. Anybody remember why I said why we put spices in the bag? Remember I told y'all yesterday? I didn't want y'all cooking no bland chicken, so we gave y'all some Creole seasoning, cultural seasoning. So we not only did we touch on culture, but we also wanted y'all to feel what it was like to eat that. And since the pandemic had shut down a lot of restaurants, we didn't want y'all at home, eating unseasoned food. So we put seasoning in there for y'all. Now we only got a few more moments left before we have to conclude, and I'm gonna start talking, but I want you guys to start thinking about your final words right now. In your final words, and this is your time, you take your time. This is the time for you to say what you want to say, what's on your heart. We have our leaders listening. We have some of the people who are decision makers listening. This is your opportunity to talk to the community, to share who you are, what you've done, and how they also can do something similar. And so if anybody's ready right now, please just unmute yourself. Go ahead, Giovanni.
Yeah, since I have to go, I want to get, I want to do this. So just want to let you guys know, as for me, I'm in borderless scholars because I am a DACA recipient, which a lot of people would say I'm an undocumented student. It was really hard for me coming back. I dropped out of high school when I was 18. I got my GED, started college. Unfortunately, son of president and things happened. My father got deported, so I had to quit. I had to drop out again out of college. And a couple of years back, I came back and I went into Mesa, and I was by Brianna Financial Aid. I was pointed to EOPS and Borderless Scholars. They have been the greatest help that I've encountered. They helped me with the AB 540. They helped me with the California Dream Act. They have been pushing me forward. Leticia, Rosa. I'm really, really thankful for being able to meet them. I was able to get straight A's. I was able to enter the Mesa Honor Society. So I have been able to accomplish a lot of things, and I wouldn't have done it without these groups, EOPS and Borderless Scholars, and the people that run them. They have been a great amount of help and encouragement because they keep encouraging me, and that's what keeps me driving forward. Since I come from a Hispanic background and we don't really have that. So knowing that someone's out there, kind of encouraging me, pushes me to even try harder and harder. And I'm just grateful for being part of the Mesa family.
Thank you so much, Giovanni. I know you got to get ready to go, but thank you so much for those words of encouragement. We appreciate that.
Okay, I'll go next. I have class, so let me just go. Okay, so my name is Yvonne. Obviously, you guys, I've shared that I was in prison away from my family and kids. I feel like in my life, everything designed to make me fail happened to me. I went to foster care at 8 years old. I had my first child at 17. I graduated high school pregnant. So education, I put it on the back burner because I had to provide. And so I began my career. I went to prison at 31, and my life, I felt like it was over. When I went to this program and everyone kept telling me about Karen, like, you need to link with Karen. You need to link with Karen. She's the contact at Mesa College, so you can go to school. You can go to school here. You just have to do good. I was able to go to the campus. I was referred by another student to EOPS. I went straight over there. I went like 4 times. I was like bugging like every day, like, can I get an appointment? Excuse me, can I get an appointment? I need to see is Karen here? Is Shade here? And then Marcus ended up doing my intake. And I just never let go of that. I never let go of my contacts. Everything that was offered, I just took it. Any questions I had, I think I found my voice. I began to like advocate for my future. When I seen that I made the dean's list for last spring, it made me feel so good because now my future is, I'm making my future. Like my past is not defining who I am. My crime, the felony that I have on my record isn't going to define who I am for the rest of my life. It's what I'm making of it. And I only have one more semester and I can transfer to university. And I accomplished all of that in prison. I made the dean's list. I have a 3.8 overall GPA. Learned that I'm stronger than I think I am. And through this process, it has changed my life. It really has. Like, it motivates me to continue to do better and strive for the best. I wouldn't have all that without all of your guys' support. Before, I think I was like so prideful. I didn't ever want to ask for help. Like, I just want to do everything on my own. And if I couldn't do it on my own, I just rather not have it. But I see that there are people out there that genuinely want to help you, and they're not going to throw it in your face later on in life. They're just doing it because that's their passion. And I know, like, if I reach out to Karen, if I reach out to Sade, if I reach out to Marcus, I know that it's genuine. And you guys are all there to help us. I wouldn't be where I am today without EOPS and Project Restart and FAST. All of you are like an inspiration because all of you have also been through some of the things that we have been through, and to see that you can still shine and that you can still like make something of yourself. You know, I've learned discipline, I've learned self-control, I've learned that I'm smart. Like I don't know, I didn't never think that I was capable of all that I have accomplished. And really, that confidence has been given through like support of people like you guys. And I just met you guys like a year and a half ago, and the impact is huge. And it's not only impacted my life, but I come home and my kids see it. And my kids, my daughter is on right now, my mom's watching. Like, this is not just impacting me, it's impacting my family. And I want them to see that I'm a different person. And being even selected to be on this is an honor. Like, of course, I'm going to take time out of my schedule to do something like this, because for me, it shows like that you guys see me shine. It feels good. It feels good. It really does. And so I just want to say thank you for everything that you guys do for us.
I'll go next. My name is Marquita Scott. I know I said that a little bit earlier. I probably said my name about 30 times here, but I've been in the foster care system since 2001. And, you know, education has always been a struggle for me. You know, in third grade, I wasn't even able to spell my name. So for me to be on the dean's list as of this year, or, you know, last year, but this year, that is a beyond accomplishment for me. Mesa has beyond supported me, has talked to me about my personal life and my educational goals. I ended up getting COVID during this pandemic, and I thought it was over for me. I thought it was it. But, you know, all the counselors have reached out from many programs and asked me, was I okay? Did I need anything? You know, have checked on me. And I'm just beyond grateful. My goal, I flipped majors back and forth. And, you know, I finally decided with the strength and the support with the counselors in Mesa that I wanted to do child development. That was always been my passion, but I kept second guessing it. But I finally made up my mind with the counselors. And now I know exactly what I want to do. And I can't, there's not even words that I can say, but just thank you. And I appreciate you guys. And I will always remember you guys, every single last one of you guys' face. Trust, I can remember faces, not names, but I got you guys' faces. So thank you so much.
I feel like everyone on here has their own story, and no matter how hard it is, you know, everyone heard this before, no matter how hard it is, you're going to get through it. And I feel like that's the most important part, to like find yourself and have that goal to continue to move on. And like with me, I feel like I would always prioritize work. It was always work. And school was I just couldn't do it because it was just too hard. And I feel like being Asian, I feel like I have to become a lawyer, become a doctor. And I feel like a lot of pressure, I feel like. So I feel like at the end of the day, I just feel so thankful for all these programs to help me. Yeah.
One last thing I would like to say is always look at your goal. What is your goal? Because your goal is bigger than everything that's happening right now. Like I can find 1,000 things that's happening right now that just turn me away from looking to or getting to where I need to be. But if I look at where I'm trying to go, and like I said before, my biggest thing is working with children. Children want to see how I came to where I am today, and what did I go through, and how did I even get there. So I think looking at my goal, and I know that of course my goal is working with children. Okay, I know I have nieces and nephews. I got to get there. That's the goal. So just looking at your goal is a big thing.
All right, Isaac and Sarah, y'all wanna close this out before we turn it over?
Yeah. So something that I want to talk about is like services for like FOSSU, like the FAST Center. That like really made a difference. I know we're not on campus right now, but I want to emphasize the impact that it had on me. Like being in an environment with other youth, like that was like, I can't express to you guys how cool that was. Like it was super cool. And like nobody felt like awkward. Everyone was like, willing to like come together and do things. And dude, we had like we had like a Thanksgiving thing one time. And it was cool because it's like a lot of these youth that are in foster care, like they don't experience that type of stuff. They don't experience families. They don't experience like, holidays like that. Oftentimes we're like kind of alone or on our own. So that was really cool. And I noticed that a lot of other schools don't have a FAST Center or don't have a place for foster youth, nothing like that. We're just kind of like left to go. Here, you can take this money, here you can get this, but we're not given like a community. And that's something that Mesa has like just like hit on the head, like they did it right. And so I really want to I just want to talk about that because that like definitely made me like bloom and made me like at Mesa, I felt like I could accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. I had everybody there, had everybody like, kind of not holding my hand, but just kind of like, telling me like, pushing me. So that really helped. So yeah, thank you.
All right, Sarah, you want to bring us home? Not sure if we lost Sarah. Just want to give Sarah an opportunity if she had any closing words or anything.
I'm here.
All right, Sarah, why don't you take us on home?
Well, let me start my video. I'm a single woman. I am supposed to be middle class, supposedly. Well, there's no help for me. I'm trying my best.
Definitely. Thank you. So anything else you want to say, Sarah?
I don't know what do I mean to say.
All right. Well,
Sarah, I'm doing my best and I'm trying the best for my son. He's 9 years old. I'm here. That's all I can do.
All right. Well, Sarah, I think that's a great way for us to end and turn it over to the next person. Sarah said, doing the best, and that's all we all can do is the best that we can with what we have. And I believe each and every one of you have done an amazing job doing that. And so with that concludes our panel. And I just want to say that all these amazing students continue to do amazing work and continue to be the role models that you are. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Y'all have a great one. And I'm not sure who's taking over, but take over.
So I just want to say bravo. Thank you so much. If you can come back on camera, can you just come back on camera for just a second, Sade and our students? I hope you've been able to see what's in the chat here, because people love you and want to support you. We're all out here ugly crying because we want to be back on campus with you. Isaac, we will get that FAST Center open just as quickly as we can, masks or whatever it takes. We are working really hard to be able to return to our campus. We know it's important. But, Marquita, I heard loud and clear what you said. We all get better at this, right? And so even though we can come back to campus, we can also benefit from some fantastic teaching that's happening in these online environments too. It doesn't have to be all of one thing, right? So I just want to thank all of you, and Sade and Leticia and, Marcus, all of the superstars, Karen, and I'm going to forget somebody and I'm going to feel terrible about it later, but thank you to our EOPS program and all of the programs they're in. And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your stories with us today, because that's how we learn to get better. That's how we do this. So congratulations. And I know that if everybody could unmute and clap, they'd be doing that. So thank you. Be well. All right. I'd like to just sit here and let people type stuff in the chat for the whole rest of the time, but we have come up on the end of our time together. Lisa, forgot Lisa. Sorry, Lisa. And really what I want to do is just, again, say thanks to our students and to Sade for being with the panel today. This is but one of many ways that we support our students here at Mesa College. And I'm so glad that our students, we get to learn from them every day. So I want to say to all of you that are on the community forum here with us today, both on YouTube and in webinar, we do these twice a month. You will see our next offering will be soon. I believe, if I'm counting it correctly, it's March the 23rd. And please make sure if you can join us, please do. This is one way, again, that we're trying to be back together. We will start to see some reopenings. It will probably happen slower than all of you would like it to happen. But one thing I can guarantee you is that if you see me flying at you, I'm coming in for a hug. And I might still be wearing my mask, but I will be fully vaccinated. So I just want you to know that as we come back again, this Mesa community is going to rebuild itself, and we're going to be here for each other. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to the Loft crew for the nomination. I'm still just kind of gobsmacked over that. And we'll see you at our next community forum at 2:15 on March the 23rd. Everyone be well, be blessed, and we'll see you next time.